On the morning of August 7th, Oakville residents experienced something they had never seen before. There were signs of a light rain from the previous night, but what covered the ground was not water. Covering car roofs, house shingles, and sidewalks was a layer of transparent, cold, jelly-like droplets. They looked as if they hadn't fallen from the sky at all, but from somewhere else entirely. People who touched them felt a rubbery, elastic texture, slippery yet dense at the same time. Some assumed it was a chemical spill, others believed it might be a rare weather anomaly. But nobody knew that this strange morning was only the beginning. Within hours, those who had touched the jelly began to feel unwell. First mild headaches, then nausea, and soon overwhelming fatigue. At the same time, many pets and farm animals began getting sick. Dogs walked unsteadily, cats collapsed, and livestock showed strange behavior. Farmers reported chickens and cows becoming unusually weak. These symptoms were shared among almost everyone who had interacted with the blobs. The town quickly shifted from curiosity to concern. How could a rain cause an entire community to become sick so quickly? The next day, dark gray clouds formed over Oakville, and then it happened again. The jelly began to fall, this time heavier, denser, and in much larger clusters. When the blobs hit the ground, they didn't splash like water. They stuck, intact, like pieces of soft rubber. Inside, many of them were tiny white cell-like structures, visible even without a microscope. The people of Oakville were no longer curious. They were afraid. This was not a random event. Something unknown was repeatedly falling onto their town. Residents took samples to the local medical clinic. Doctors analyzed the samples and were stunned. Inside the jelly were biological cell-like particles. They were neither dust nor pollen, and they did not resemble any known animal tissue. Under the microscope, the structures looked unlike anything the clinic had ever encountered. One healthcare worker wrote in the official notes, "The substance cannot be fully identified. No known source." This became the first official description of the event. Many Oakville residents recalled seeing military aircraft flying unusually low in the days before the jelly rain. These flights were not typical for the region. As a result, theories began spreading. Is this a military test? Could this be biological waste dumped during training exercises? Some believed the planes had released something into the atmosphere, which then fell with the rain. Officials refused to comment. Military representatives denied that any such flights occurred. But the people of Oakville insisted they had seen the jets. Samples were sent to a larger laboratory for advanced testing. The findings shocked everyone. The jelly contained structures remarkably similar to human white blood cells. Scientists were alarmed. If this were true, was something resembling human biological material falling from the sky? The material did not match animal DNA and did not align with any known bacteria. It seemed to belong to no known biological category. The event soon reached local newspapers. Headlines like "Jelly Rain Falls on Oakville" spread rapidly, but within weeks, coverage abruptly stopped. Government officials declined to comment. Military spokespeople dismissed all claims. Some articles were quietly retracted or never followed up. The event was officially recorded simply as unidentified gelatinous substance rainfall. But no explanation was ever provided. Within a week, hospitals were overwhelmed. Dozens of residents suffered from fever, nausea, vertigo, and respiratory problems. Doctors noticed that those who had touched the jelly were the most affected. Parents reported that even children who had only been caught outside during the rain became sick. Oakville began to feel like a disaster zone. The small hospital struggled to keep up. Ambulances ran non-stop on certain days. One sample requested by federal officials was stored securely in a laboratory. One morning, researchers discovered it was missing. The box had been opened, the lock was broken, yet no cameras recorded anything, and no staff member had seen anything unusual. This immediately changed the course of the investigation. The most important evidence had vanished. After the disappearance, many scientists withdrew from the case. Some believed the incident was being intentionally suppressed. Weeks later, the jelly rain stopped completely. Life slowly returned to normal, but the event stayed in the town's memory forever. Many theories emerged over the years. A military biological test that accidentally drifted over Oakville. Ocean organism tissue carried into the atmosphere by storms. Biological leakage from an aircraft. A rare atmospheric phenomenon. A completely unknown life form. Whichever theory is true, the real explanation was never revealed. The people of Oakville have never forgotten those days, and the 1994 jelly rain remains one of the most mysterious, unexplained events in history.